One day, while making a Clovis point, he had a moment of inspiration. He remembered a popular science book he had seen when he was a student. It showed pictures of ancient spearheads made by the Solutreans, people who lived in Ice Age France and Spain. Their spear points resembled Clovis points. It seemed unbelievable, but Stanford and Bradley posed the question: could the Clovis point and some of the earliest Americans be from Europe? In southwestern France, where the Solutreans had lived 20,000 years ago. When he went there to investigate, one thing soon became clear. The Solutreans were a remarkable people. The Solutreans were responsible for much of the great Stone Age art of Europe, and were the forefathers of the artists who painted the Sistine Chapel of the Ice Age, the caves of Lascaux.
They did a lot of carving in bone and in antler and in ivory. They fashioned spear throwers. They painted on cave walls. They had a fairly complex means of expressing themselves through their art.
Could these remarkable Stone Age Europeans have brought the Clovis spear point to the Americas?
Of all the Stone Age cultures that we've studied, the Solutrean people continually come out as being the most innovative, the most adaptive, and probably the most inventive. We have evidence that they invented the heat treatment of flint to make it better to flake. I mean, they invented all kinds of things, like the eyed needle. And the list goes on and on and on.
Clovis and Solutrean spear points not only look alike, they are made the same unusual way. To Stanford and Bradley, this was a powerful clue that prehistoric explorers had come from Europe and brought with them the technology that transformed Stone Age America, the Clovis spear point. It was an outrageous idea with a few big problems. The Solutreans' culture ended in Europe around 18,000 years ago, and the Clovis point would not arrive in America for another 5,000 years. If the Solutreans brought the Clovis point to America, where had they been?
On Clovis.
For Stanford and Bradley, the Cactus Hill Point bridged the 5,000-year gap, connecting Solutreans in France and Clovis in America. But their fledgling theory now confronted another massive problem almost 3,000 miles wide: the Atlantic Ocean. At the time of the Solutreans, ice sheets stretched down as far as southern France, where winter temperatures were 50 degrees colder than today. Unlike the more temperate Pacific coast, the Atlantic would at times have been thick with icebergs and blizzards. Could the Solutreans, a Stone Age people, have made such a voyage?